Welcome to What That Old Queen, a candid and adult take on queer life quandaries at a certain age. So listen at your own peril. Presented by Bernie and Tommy, their views are their own, and like a vampire have no reflection on the platform you're listening on. Now, please let your hairs be upstanding for the Old Queen.
I know we're not doing a particularly Halloween episode, but I rarely get to use that intro, so I thought we would.
Well, if you got it, flaunt it.
Yeah, right?
Was that a little belch at the end?
No, that was just me going, a bit like our king. But we are kind of visiting the past, so it's almost like the ghost of the past.
I feel like we're visiting the ghosts of who we were.
Yeah.
I have very clear memories of being somebody completely different in 1996.
Yeah. I think, because we love the 90s.
We do.
Kind of. Or do we? I'm not sure we do.
Well, it was a decade that had a lot of potential, I think, for us. We were, emerging.
Yeah, it was the decade I came out. I moved to Bristol. It felt like there was a bit more hope back then than there feels like there is now.
Maybe, yeah. So what we've done is we've got an old copy of Attitude magazine from October 1996. I purchased it from eBay, and we thought that we'd explore it, re-examine it through a modern lens.
Yeah. And there's a lot of material here, so we might do a few of these where we're exploring where we were then and where we are now.
Yeah, and if you like the idea of that, then get in touch and tell us, because we're plucking this out of the air, really.
Yeah.
But someone did stop me in the Old Market Assembly on Saturday night to say, I'm really pleased the podcast's back.
Somebody else has said that to me as well.
Probably the same person.
I wasn't in the Old Market Assembly. I was in the Watershed.
But they can have that opinion more than once.
Well, and somebody else messaged me on Instagram, actually, and said, loving the new episodes.
Oh, so, that's good.
We are getting some feedback. People are listening out there somewhere. But before we get into it, how have you been? Everything else generally all right?
Everything else is generally all right.
Well, that's all we can hope for.
How about you?
But everything else is generally all right for me as well, although I'm working a lot. So, I'm also feeling a little bit thin on the ground, as you might say. We're going to go down and interview the cast of Jack Off the Beanstalk.
Such a good name.
In the middle of the show. So we'll see how that pans out. Looking at Attitude, I'd love this idea of yours that you wanted to go back to Attitude of the 90s. What was your first impressions when you first...
Well, yeah, Attitude is a sort of seminal magazine for me. And I do really love magazines. And also I sort of mourn their demise in some way. I still subscribe to Harper's Bazaar. And I do get occasional magazines when I feel like I want to have a long train journey and read something that's a bit like flicky through. But yeah, they're not like they used to be.
No.
They're not like an event read that they used to be.
Yeah.
And hopefully in doing this, we can sort of like look back and honour them in some way.
I used to regularly buy Attitude and GQ on Plus.
That was classy. Yeah.
Purely for the fashion, obviously. But you mentioned to me that what stuck out for you was like the adverts, which are quite different.
Yeah, the adverts. I mean, there's silk cut in there for a start. So you would never advertise cigarettes.
Not now.
Not now. And the adverts are gorgeous, really.
They
silk
are.
Cut. And what other ones are there? Smirnoff Mules.
Smirnoff Mule, which is like a Moscow mule, right?
Don't know, is it? Is it
I think
got coke
so.
in it?
I think it's got coke in it, but I don't even know if they still have that. I mean, I would very often have a Smirnoff Mule or a Jack Daniels and Coke.
I wouldn't have that because I couldn't take caffeine late at night. But they've also got CK1s, which is still going strong. And I think it's had a bit of resurgence actually recently, CK1.
Well, I mean, it's probably ideal for the 21st century, I would have thought, CK1.
Because it's gender bending.
Yeah, it's gender neutral. But wasn't there when we looked through this magazine, I've got it in front of me, you can hear ASMR, the Moscow Mule ad, if I can find it.
Yeah, they don't put adverts in the actual contents list.
Oh, yeah. So the Moscow Mule ad had this
yes.
picture of a lovely lady on there. And on the side of it, it says 20% Greta Garbo, 25% Lana Turner, 20% Rita Hayworth, and 35% Vivian Lee. And we were assuming that they've made this face.
She's a sort of mash up of all those people.
Yeah. Well before AI.
Yeah, I wonder how they actually physically did it.
It's like human eye. Well, I mean, we did have Photoshop back then.
Okay.
And things like that. So, yeah, they would just kind of merge it all together.
Do you prefer Greta, Lana, Rita, or Vivian?
I think I'd love a bit of Rita Hayworth, but I think I'm a bit of a Vivian Lee boy.
I am too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot because of Gone with the Wind, which is problematic, but her performance is amazing.
Yeah.
And
also Streetcar.
Streetcar Named
amazing
Desire. Yeah, totally. I mean, lots of films she's amazing in.
Yeah, she's the right side of Unhinged.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
Have we said who's on the cover?
No.
I mean, this is a shock. I thought it was a shock.
I mean, I don't know if it's a shock. I think I remember this cover.
It's a shock in the sense that how they are being presented.
Yeah. I mean, they were the twinks of the season, I guess.
Can you think who we're talking about, dear listener?
They are described as the cocks of the North. It's PJ and Duncan, Ant Dec.
And or Dec.
And they look very twinky.
Yeah.
I mean, what were they saying? It was kind
They
of
were
like,
talking, there was one moment where they're talking about how they're sort of pursued by their young female fan base, and they're all of the young women are scratching on the windows, banging and saying, fuck me now, fuck me now, fuck me now. I wonder if that happens to them.
I mean, they're probably a bit older now, like the fans that say that. But yeah, some of the headlines is, yes, I suppose we are quite camp. I thought they were a bit camp back in the day.
I wonder if they ever did.
Don't know.
Between the two of them.
Okay. There was another one. Apparently someone told them that they were puffs, and they said, I challenged one of them and asked him why he thought we were puffs. He said, because I saw you on telly. I mean, there we have it, really. That's, We've all been on telly if you're gay.
I mean, the gays love the telly, don't they?
We do. Yeah, I mean, but there were, Silk Cut Cigarettes, Moscow Mule. Their letters section was sponsored by Fudge.
Fudge,
Hair.
yeah. Which is a brand that's still going, actually.
Yeah.
But it just feels synonymous with that period. And I can particularly remember how Fudge smelt and how it sort of like stuck in the hair. It was quite difficult to actually apply.
I don't think I got on well with many hair products in the 90s. I think it was always a bit weird for me. I had a lot more hair back then. It was quite wavy.
So it was a great period for Bernie for your sort of exploration of yourself, but not for your hair.
Not particularly for... I always thought it looked terrible, but then I look back at pictures now and thinking, oh my God, I wish I had that hair now.
But if you wrote a letter in to Attitude magazine and it was published, then you would get a free tub of Fudge hair, which was something, it's a nice touch, isn't it?
It is a nice touch. I mean, what could we give away for some of our writer-innerers?
I've got a few Section 28 and Me T-shirts left.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure
A few Billy mugs.
we could dig out even a What That Old Queen t-shirt. Perhaps.
Is there any kicking around?
I've got a couple that don't fit me anymore, so
Would they fit me?
probably. Well, you've got one.
Have I ever had one?
Yeah, but they're like old school. They're like first
draft.
edition ones, which weren't particular. They don't have a quality icon that we have now.
So what did you think of the sort of style of journalism in the Attitude magazine?
Well, looking through it, I thought it was quite acerbic, which I mean acidic, and
Sort of slightly bitchy.
it's really bitchy, and I'm not sure they get away with it today.
I felt like I just couldn't read the level of irony there.
Yeah.
And I think that now people would want to know that there's a sense of irony about that, because they would be offended by some of the tone of the text.
Yeah, it was quite, and we'll get into this in a minute because we picked out a couple of letters, but yeah, it's some of the adverts. It's like urban, slim, white, and smug compared to ads today, where we're trying to be a little bit more authentic, I think,
Or represent different diverse.
Yeah, which has also been in the news recently, that we shouldn't be doing that, but we totally should be. But yeah, those kind of acerbic comments and stuff was very much it was the humour of 90s queerness, wasn't it? And looking through it, I thought there was a lot of gay shame in this magazine that we didn't, like, we weren't recognising back then.
I was just going to call it unrequited gay shame, but I didn't mean that. I mean,
unrecognised.
Unrecognised, yeah.
But yeah, there's a couple of articles which seem a little bit problematic.
I know what you mean, but I was expecting it to be even more problematic than it was.
Oh, were you? Okay. Maybe we should go into the letters.
Yeah. So one of the letters that we looked at was the Class Act one.
Yeah. Class Act and Gobby Queen we liked. So this is people writing in and commenting on some of the articles that have been in the magazine. And Mark Simpson also writes another article in the magazine, which we might do in a different episode. But
So he's a journalist.
Yeah. And still going today.
Yeah, regular journalist.
Yeah. And it's like, why is Mark Simpson so obsessed by the welfare working classes? Chessington bingo halls, Chubby Brown shows. He's always telling us how much he'd rather be somewhere else. Working class readers, there must be some, will be pissed off by his reports. Middle class readers will skip the page because it's not Adina and Patsy enough. Only half-class punters born in working class family with middling education, I think they're referring to us, Tommy, will get a thrill from his painstaking dissection of scumbag mores. Keep it up, son. Can't wait for the next instalment. Please print a full-colour topless photo of Mr. Simpson. He's dead cute. I'd shag him for a bag of chips. Okay.
It's such a confusing letter. It sort of twists and turns in a sense that I sort of get where they're coming from in this moment, and then they sort of rip it apart.
They rip it apart and then turn it around.
Yeah.
And they actually quite like him.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of sums up the whole
There's sort of
vibe.
Yeah. This letter is ironic, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that we're used to some pointers that tell us that there is irony here.
Yeah.
Now. And he was the journalist that apparently coined the expression metrosexual, Mark Simpson.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
And he was also described as Oscar Wilde with a skinhead.
Well, I mean, you can't. I'd take that as a compliment. But it's a mix of critique and thirst. The letter.
They packed it in.
Yeah. The 90s gay voice was sarcastic and self-aware. What did I put? I mentioned Oscar Wilde as well, like Oscar Wilde meets EastEnders. But there is a weird class anxiety.
But I think that this is probably quite, in this moment, quite a lone voice. I'm talking about Mark Simpson in that sense. That,
yeah, maybe.
And probably now people actually want to talk about class a little bit more, especially in the queer scene, because how I remember it in that time was it felt very aspirational.
Yeah.
Like you if you were working class like me or you, you would actually try to disguise it. You would try to pretend that you could move in different circles.
Definitely.
And actually the thing about queer people is they often can, because they're used to sort of a little bit of pretense.
Yeah, presenting in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it actually is similar to there was another article which we might talk about or might not. I don't know, but straight acting.
I mean, it was the 90s. It's a bit of a hangover from the 80s. People were aspirational, weren't they? It was, you wanted to be better than you should be.
And how do you think HIV and AIDS falls into this? Because it doesn't feel like there's much mention of it in this issue.
Actually, do you know what
but
there
we're
is?
sort of really at the height of that crisis in 1996. Or they're just bringing in medication, aren't they, at that point?
Yeah, but there really is. There's a massive article on it.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, it's near the end. It's tucked away at the back. Jesus Christ, he's good looking. There's lots of pictures of very good looking men.
Playing basketball.
Playing with their tops off. Yeah, so Lifeline special, Edwin J. Bernard, love his name, gives an overview of the current state of the fight against AIDS. So, yeah, there's a big article about it here. Pre-prep. But we got another letter.
Yeah, which was that?
It's called Gobby Queen.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure this wasn't you that wrote this one?
Well, I'm not from Yugoslavia. So, shall I do the accent or not? Well,
I don't think you should.
No. Okay. Well, hello. How are you? My friend was in London and brought me the April and May issues. My name is Darko from Belgrade, Yugoslavia. Former Yugoslavia, I guess now. In that May issue, I read some differences between yobs and gobs, in brackets, gay yobs. I found it really interesting and new for me because we haven't real differences here. Here in Belgrade, there are no gobs. Fortunately, I found gob abnormally attractive, or it says unnormally attractive, till I come to London and meet them. I'm pleasing you to do some similar article and inform me so my friend could buy for me. Yours muchly, Darko Arsic, Belgrade.
So it's just a sort of suggestion for a future article.
For more gobs. I don't even remember a gob. Do you? I mean, I guess they would be like scallies.
Maybe.
Scally lads now.
I mean, I remember that people in the 80s were talking about that sort of culture of skinheads, leather trousers, denim jeans, Dr. Martin boots, and it being sort of like quite a confusing presentation in gay bars, because actually that would also be, you know, someone that you would fear to be around, but also it was adopted by male queers to look and present in that way.
Yeah.
And maybe that sort of...
Because that came out of like the 70s, almost like the fascism of the 70s. It was like National Front looking image, wasn't it? Was very yobby. So it's so interesting to delve back into time. And
what these letters are really interesting in the way that they are is they're so small, you know, they're just like a paragraph, and yet they pack so much in to sort of like dissect and investigate further.
I mean, I love yours muchly. Like today, it's quite natural for someone to contact you from a different country because we've got the internet. But this is before the internet. So they actually took the trouble to write a letter.
Well, is it though, Bernie? Because I feel like there's different options when they ask how to get in touch, and I think that
would we have had email by 1996?
Yeah, they say letters to the editor, and they give the address, or you can fax, which
you could fax it.
I love the fax. Or email to attitude@msnn.
But that was really early on. I mean, I don't believe I had an email address in 1996. I don't think it was until like 98 or something that I actually had a computer at home where I had an email address.
But we're working with metrosexual gays here that would probably know.
Also, I found it very London-centric. It feels very London.
Slash Belgrade.
Slash Belgrade. But yeah, it's kind of very metropolitan.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. But there was a fun Q&A with Cathy Dennis as well.
Well, the thing that I picked up from Cathy Dennis, Cathy Dennis still gets a lot of work, doesn't she? She's written a lot of Kylie songs.
She's written loads of pop songs. She's won Grammys for pop songs.
What political organisation do you support, Cathy?
Asda.
Do you make the world a better place?
Definitely not.
What's in your fridge?
Tahini, gooseberry jam, horseradish sauce, soya milk, sparkling water, and a vegetarian sausage.
She's my kind of girl.
I think so, yeah. She always was. I love Cathy Dennis. And when we were doing the music episodes, I think we played a bit of Cathy Dennis on there. I hope we did. If not, we need to do another one where we
Touch Me All Night Long.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that one. But yeah, an icon of the don't care but care era. I put.
That's great.
Anyway, shall we have a bit of a break? And
yes, let's.
I'm gonna.
We need to replenish our glasses.
I'm gonna wander off and talk to some drag queens.
Oh yeah.
But we will be back after this.
Hi, my name is Spank, and I'll be playing Cher.
Hi, my name is Makazoo, and I'll be playing Mother Nature.
I'm Keisha Zorain, and I was on the podcast a couple episodes ago, and I'm playing Dame Trots.
Hi, I'm Bert Lash, and I'm playing Jim, the principal boy.
So I don't want you to give you too much away about the panto, because obviously, but have you got some highlights from previous years that people have missed or maybe seen?
Oh.
It actually still smells of.
Thank you.
The cast of Jack Off the Beanstalk, thank you very much. So we are back after talking to the queens of Jack Off the Beanstalk.
Was there any jacking off?
There was not that I saw, but a lot of them were out having a vape, so I don't know if it was behind closed doors or something. But yeah, I think the message coming from the queens is Saturday matinee.
Love a matinee.
Yeah, me too. I might go to the matinee. But let's go back to 1996.
Yeah, so do you remember how much a copy of Attitude magazine was in October 1996? Can you
I'm
guess?
going to say £2.65.
No, it's a bit lower than that.
Okay, £2?
It's a bit higher than that.
Is it £2.20?
It is. You're right. Well done. Yeah.
Third time lucky.
I wonder how much it is now.
Oh, it's got to be like $6.95 or something now. But we're going to do a lifestyle questionnaire, and I love a lifestyle questionnaire.
Yeah, and you don't get so many these days. I do like which member of the royal family are you?
Which member of the royal family are you? You're Princess Anne, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
How did you know?
I mean, she's the cool one, right?
If they can ever be cool.
Okay.
So how now are you? So are we going to answer this like, how now are we now, or how now were we then?
I think we need to do a bit of both.
Yes.
Don't
you're
you?
right.
I think I mean, it depends what the questions are, because some of them might be a bit obscure. But yeah, let's keep a tally so we
gonna
know
keep a tally.
what we are at the end.
So I've drawn a line in my notebook. And
Okay.
we're ready to go. What is in your fridge, Bernie?
Okay.
A, tripe, pig's cheeks, fish fingers.
Well, I do have fish fingers, but tripe, pig's cheeks. I think
My
having
nan
a-
used to serve pig's tripe.
Yeah. Did you like it?
I did actually, but I think it was the creamy sauce that she served with it.
Okay.
B, cranberries, polenta, coriander.
Well, do you like a bit of polenta cake?
C, stalk margarine. Angel Delight and poppers. Not Angel Delight and poppers. Angel Delight poppers.
It would.
Imagine if Angel Delight did a poppers variety.
I'd be up for that. I think it's C for me. I do have fish fingers in my freezer, though.
And you recently had a fish finger
I
sandwich.
did have but I think the 90s was when the fish finger sandwich came into its own, didn't it? I think, yeah, I feel like Michelin star restaurants were doing fish finger sandwiches.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying C because I've got poppers in my fridge.
I'm gonna say I'm a B on this one.
Okay.
And then we've got what do you drink?
Mm-hmm.
A, Maker's Mark.
Maker's Mark, which is a bourbon, I think.
Absolute, neat,
No.
or a Chilean Blanc.
Chenin Blanc.
Chilean Blanc.
Chenin Blanc. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of a Chenin Blanc, I have to say.
B, Jack Daniels and Coke.
Yeah.
Vodka Martini.
Yes.
New Zealand Chardonnay.
Chardonnay, yes.
C, Carlin Black Label. Pierre d'Or.
No, I did like the adverts, though.
What was the advert?
Well, I think it was, I think they used to say Le Plat d'Or. Je adore le Plat d'Or. Yeah. Or was it Je adore Pierre d'Or?
I hope that Bridget Macron is enjoying it.
I'm sure
D'Or.
they are.
I didn't mention the last one on the C's.
Okay, what's the last one?
Well, it's something that I know you're partial to. Urine.
Okay, what was the first two in the C's?
Carlin Black Label.
No, it's B for me.
Yeah, I'm the same. A B.
Okay, I'm going to read you a couple now. What do you smell of? Is it A, money?
There was a lot of smelling of money back in the 90s.
Yeah, it was all
'Cause there
cash.
we were all carrying the cash.
Cash was queen. B, your mum's eau de toilette. What did your mum used to wear?
Well, one particular fragrance that I always remember her wearing was Yves Saint Laurent, and it was...
That's posh.
but she only wore it on special occasions.
Yeah.
Rive Gauche.
Okay. I think mum wore tweed back then. But my nan used to wear 5711 from Avon.
Sounds like a convenience store.
It does, doesn't it?
I'd actually like to wear Rive Gauche as myself.
Well, why don't you?
I might.
Yeah, okay. Or C, cock cheese.
I'm going to say B.
Your mum's eau de toilette. Okay.
What about you?
Well, I would be A, because I used to, not that I had money, but I used to count a lot of cash in the job that I had. So back in 1996.
So we've got a lot of collectively, we've got more Bs than anything else.
Okay.
That's the thing that unites us.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you now, where do you go on holiday? Is it A, San Francisco, Naples, Blackpool?
I would love to go to Blackpool. Never been. I've been to Naples, didn't like it. I'd love to go to San Francisco.
B, Goa, Cuba, Thailand.
No.
C, Mykonos, Gran Canaria, Ibiza.
I think it would have to be C. Because I hadn't really been to any of those places in 1996.
Yes, well,
but I had been to Gran Canaria.
And I hadn't been to any of those places at all in the 90s. The first time I went on a plane was the late 90s to Malta. But my favourite place to be is Bar Mykonos in Gran Canaria now. So I would say that I'm a C.
Yeah, we very often go to Bar Mykonos in Gran Canaria. So, all right then.
So we're saying C for collectively for both of
Yeah,
us?
definitely.
Right, we've got a mixed bag.
Yeah,
Lots
okay.
of-
Okay. Number 7.
What TV do you watch? EastEnders, The Money Programme, Adult Ricky. Do you remember Ricky Lake?
I do. Yeah, I love Ricky Lake.
Live and Kicking.
Mm.
This is B.
Mm.
Gaytime TV, don't remember that.
I do. I used to watch that.
Pets Win Prizes. That's got your name on it. How did that work? Did they actually win the prizes?
I can't remember. I've had too much Prozac.
But what they should do is bring that back.
Yeah, definitely.
They should have definitely brought it back during the pandemic.
Right.
Because there's so many pets.
Yeah.
And they need to have their own TV show.
And prizes. What's C?
Oh, C is a good one. Gloria Hannaford. Glow.
Gloria Honeybun.
Talk Radio.
Yeah.
Simon Mayo.
Simon Mayo. I would listen to Simon Mayo or Gloria Honeybun. I think I'm C.
Yeah, well, I listened a lot to the Today programme.
Well, you do now, but you wouldn't back then.
Yeah.
So
shall I say C as well?
yeah. 9. What are you reading? A. Georgette Heyer, Early Gore Vidal, or Japanese S&M porn comics. I thought I saw some of those earlier.
Not in here, you didn't.
B. Jane Austen, Bill Bryson, or Derek Jarman.
Well, I'm reading Derek Jarman right now.
Yeah. And C. Irvin Welsh, The Back of a Cereal Packet, or Nothing.
I'm going to say B for me.
I think Derek Jarman.
Yeah.
What draws you to the Derek Jarman?
Well, I'm really enjoying Modern Nature, and I've had to sort of start it up again because I had to read other books. But it is a beautiful book to read in this transition from summer to autumn to winter, I think.
Yeah.
Really, because it's a diary-based book. And not only does it kind of record his stories around Prospect Cottage, where he lived in Dungeness, and nature and him planting his garden around him, but also his sort of physical illness with HIV and AIDS.
Yeah.
And it just feels really like uplifting to read something about nature in that way in this period of transition.
I think I'd like it. I love a diary book. Like when I was a teenager, I read Diary of Adrian Mole, but I also read Dracula, which is a series of diary excerpts from each of the characters. And it was one of my favourite books still to this day, because it feels like slightly sneaky because you're reading somebody else's diary, which I don't know what it says about me. I quite like that.
Yeah.
So you've done a tally.
Yes. So
What are we?
we got 2 C's,
Right.
we got 2 A's,
Yeah.
and we got 8 B's.
Okay. So if you scored mostly B's, full marks for trying. Oh dear. Is there a way of putting this nicely? Well, you're not yesterday's queen exactly. Far from it. It's just that you're not quite as hip and happening as you think you are. This sounds very us, right? You maybe need to sharpen yourself up a bit. Alternatively, you could just say, knob off, I like what I like, and we be put back in our place. It's up to you. Oh, well, I think we're going to say knob off to them.
Yeah, I mean, there is a spirit of this sort of overriding you do you message.
Yeah.
Within the whole magazine, I would say, is like it goes to some extreme statements about oneself.
Yeah.
And then says, actually, if you want to do that,
It's fine. So it's
there you go.
95% problematic, and then 5% brings it back to being all right.
So we did score mostly Bs. This is about us then, really. So that makes us very probably Cs now.
Yeah.
In a sense, because we weren't even now then. But what is a C then?
C is if you mostly scored Cs, sorry, you're yesterday's queen. If you weren't quite so blissfully unaware or totally unconcerned about your appalling lack of style and nowness, you'd be something of a tragic figure. We thought long and hard to find some saving grace to cheer you up from your dismal life. And the only thing we come up with is the fact that anyone who scores this badly really must be a fuckwit.
Which is a new trailer for what that would bring.
Well, we definitely weren't A, were we?
Well, for some redemption, we did get 2 A's.
Two A's.
So
I
tell us
say.
what the A's were.
You sassy, cutting-edge little bastard. You were the first boy in class to own a chopper, and since then, you've never looked back. You look at the Star Mags, but really just because you enjoy seeing all
I'm
the
Dominic
features about
Fleek, and I'll be
you
playing
and your
Jack
friends.
Trotz.
In fact, you're so sure of yourself, you smug git. You're probably not even doing this quiz.
Does it say that?
Yes.
Yeah. I love that. Thank God we weren't full A's.
Right?
Hello, I'm Cynthia Rose, the writer and director of
Validated
Pantomime
after that
and
experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always
Hiya,
in the
I'm
middle.
Tess Drive. I am the producer, choreographer, and I'm playing Gusset the Cow.
Yes,
Let's have a
so
little break.
we are coming
and
back
then
for
we'll
a
do some
third year
Queens of Agony.
of
Did you manage to
Bristol's
record
first
this
ever
time,
all-drag
I did manage to record it this
Answering
time.
the
This is only the
question,
15th time
how
we've done
far
it.
can attention
Anyway,
seekers
we will
truly
be
push
back
themselves into
after
limelight?
this.
Quite far.
Yeah, quite far.
Quite far.
On quite a terribly written script. We have done Dick
So we're
Whittington,
back.
we
We're
have
on
done
the final
Cinderella,
leg.
and
We've
now
got
we are
some
back
Queens
with
of
Jack
Agony.
off the
We've got some
Beanstalk,
Snacks
a
as well.
Bristolian, very Bristolian
Shall we
retelling
have
of
some
Jack
snacks?
and the Beanstalk.
Behind
and for the
you
first time ever,
on the shelf.
coincidentally, totally by surprise,
I've got 2 little
it's the same
Snacks
panto
for
as the
us.
family Jack and the Beanstalk.
A little snack out
We're
of
very
it.
excited
I've
to
got
see people get the
salty
wrong
dark
tickets
chocolate.
and come
Yes.
to the wrong
Last time we
panto.
had
Grandma's
Angel
taking the
chocolate,
grandkids out
but
to
this
Jack
is
off the
from
Beanstalk. Yeah.
Get back to
The best
being
way to describe
human.
the
So we've
panto
got
and Toy the
salty
Panto
chocolate
company
from Hugh,
is
which
that
we
are
maybe have as dessert. But before
as a
that,
group
we've
of
got
attention
some
seekers, but we're also
from the
very, very close with
curators
friends.
high protein
And
crisps.
we do it
pork
because we love
puffs.
it. We do it
Curators
because
or
it's
curators?
become a yearly tradition for people to
Curators.
come and immerse themselves in a bit of drag culture, a bit of comedy, a bit of
So
music.
it's all a bit salty, and I know you like a bit of
the
salt.
madness of
Quite a
Christmas.
salty person.
And it's just nice to kind of like do something
they're
annually
quite
with
dense.
people that you don't normally
I
get
think
to
the,
see because we're busy working.
Yeah.
Some of us
Attitude's
so
a bit
busy
salty.
working.
Yeah, I think it's we've all
One of us. is so
we've
busy
shut your
working.
fucking mouth.
Pork scratching.
We've all done
like
drag
a pork
for so
scratching,
many
I like
years.
it.
Tess a
I mean,
lot
that
longer
feels like a
due to
meal,
the age
actually.
and the
That is
Manjaro
massive.
I'm a big
But
pork
we,
puff.
Yeah.
this is really an
For sure.
excuse
So,
for us to actually come
we'll do
together
some
in a
Queens
way
of
that you would
Agony.
see the Dominique
would company like
Fleets
with jam on it?
down in a club dancing
What, the pork
on
puff?
stage. The
Pork puff with jam on?
Macazoos in a dirty
Or
old Irish
marmalade?
bar doing karaoke,
know,
Bert
think
doing their
about
live
it.
comedy.
Another
There's
one.
never a chance. Drag is not a career
So
where
I've got
you get
questions
to
from
cross-mingle a
them,
lot.
which is
It's
from the
often,
Agony Hunt
I love what you
section
do.
in
Unless we're booked together,
Attitude
we are parallel.
1996.
This is really, if anything, as much as please buy a ticket, we need
With
you to
the
come.
title
It's
large
really an
in
excuse for us
it.
all to get together
Back in the
and
day, it
just
would be
really
Dear Old Queens.
enjoy
I'm
the
putting on
silliness
more
of what
weight and
drag is,
eating
the
and drinking
rudeness,
as
the
much as I
over-the-topness,
want,
the
but I'm
taking
going
something
the wrong
quite
side of
traditional and going,
porky.
"Fuck it,
Very
let's turn it on
apt.
its head."
What can I
But
do?
together, maybe we will the pantomime all along.
That's it.
Grow up.
That's not,
I mean,
the
5
rest
of us
is
have
the
done
answer.
this for 3 years.
Right,
We've
okay.
got 2 fantastic brand new
we've had
cast members
a similar
joining us
question
this
to
year
this.
in the form
Well,
of
it's a
Macca
never
and
ending
Quite a few
conversation.
times, haven't we?
who
Should I read what
brings
their
something
answer
completely
is, and then
unique
we can compare and
to, the
contrast?
Panto
Why?
family, but
You
brings
think
live
being
comedy,
PE 3
Macca
times a
brings
week is
Irishness.
dull? Watch Gladiators 3 times a week. Taser-size your way
it's
to
great.
glory
It's
through the
great to
front
just kind
door.
of like have
Empty your fridge of
new
Bounty
faces,
bars and
fresh
beer
ideas,
if you're
new
giving up
talent
for the
in it.
bouncy
And
castle.
I think that's the way that
Perhaps
Panto
your
works,
winkles
much
call
like
me
every
thick
kind of
old
like
joker.
show,
Answers
things grow,
on a
things
postcard, please. I don't
Rather
even
than
understand the
changing scene,
answers.
we don't want to be stale.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We've already got
It's a bit like a
tests.
3, 2, 1 clue.
That's just my
Is
perfume.
it just sort of saying...
Look after Glen Outlet Store.
Do some stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Empty your fridge.
Whereas now we might be a bit
Kinda.
do what makes you happy, and if drinking and eating is helping you, then
No one's ever
do
asked
it.
us that.
Oh, that's a good question.
say
Spank
When it finishes?
yes, no, I would say Spank's
It's kind of
cat
half
in
self-help
Spank
and
Playing
half
Pussy in the
self-loathing.
first year for me
I'm
was a
really hoping
highlight.
this person...
Our dear Miss
this
Dynasty, who's
podcast
not
has
here
grown
today
into
because
themselves.
she's lavishly been booked
Yeah.
to a good show
sure
in
they'll
the
be
theatre, so Alf actually enjoying herself.
I hope
she was a
that
newcomer last
whatever
year,
they
and she
did.
comes
I
from
mean,
the
now
ballroom
we'd say
scene of
go to
Bristol, which is
therapy
very
and maybe
serious
have
and
some Ozempic.
gorgeously
Yeah, it's
intense
a difficult
place.
one. They
And
haven't
then I
put
think
much
we put her in this
context
comedy
in.
role. And I can
There
describe,
was
I'm
more
not sure
context in it.
how rude we can go on the
How
podcast.
it's
Perfect.
affected
Dynasty with the
emotionally,
oversized dildo
spiritually.
vibrator during the height.
Shaking behind her
A
back
2-minute scene lasting 10 minutes.
because I couldn't stop laughing. And it's the only time I think I've ever got very close to breaking on stage when I'm looking at her and she's just
Definitely.
vibrating.
Might be
at
a
me.
There's
So
nothing.
funny.
I wish if there's one thing I wish the audience could see.
Looking
I
at
wish they
all
could
of those
see the
images
lines that we give
in-
Keisha
so,
Saray
like,
and the
bears
actual
and daddies are a
delivery
bit more
compared to
celebrated
what comes
now
out of
than
her
they were
mouth
back
in
then.
every
But
given
looking
night.
through those
If
pictures,
you
like,
want
everybody
any
is
reason
so
to come for
kind of
multiple
skinny
nights,
and
you will
fit
see a totally
and,
different show from
like,
Keisha
that was
Saray
very
every
much
night.
the image.
There will be a
She's
different
like
plot,
magazine.
a different. Come again just for that. Saturday matinee.
Saturday matinee. Saturday matinee. What I'd also like to say as well is
Have
that
another
the
pork
first
puff.
year we did it,
We'll come
it
back up
was
to
a
date
brand new
with a couple of our
experience for us.
own
We didn't know what
questions,
to
but we
expect.
definitely
didn't
have longer
think
letters.
that we would sell out. We didn't
So,
think it would become a thing.
dear
It was just
Queens
like
of
four
Agony,
people to kind of get
I've
together
just
and
come
do.
back from a trip
The
to
second year we did it,
Amsterdam.
Cynthia
My
wrote
first
in
real holiday
songs
since coming
and
out at
wanted
40.
choreography, and
It
that
was
for me
heaven.
was a standout. Is me, Spank,
The
and
apps were
Dominique
full of friendly
doing-
faces, there were bars,
Hit me your
clubs,
best
Hit me with your best
even a
shot.
few delightfully
Specifically the Rock
sleazy
of Ages
corners.
cover.
Everything felt
Did not like
open,
the other
free
I didn't like the
and
original version. I
alive.
said, I want the Rock of
I
Ages
felt
cover
like
because it's
me
better.
for the first
Doing
time.
that
Now I'm
with
back in my
full-size
small
rifles,
Italian
fur
city,
coats,
and I feel like I've been
and
dropped
just
back into
going
another
for it. They weren't
decade.
real rifles,
There are
they
hardly
were
any
toy
gay
rifles.
people here,
Dominic did
and
try
the
very
few
hard
that
to
are
get real
left
rifles
seem
in the show,
half
but
my
sadly,
age or
strange
hiding in
happens.
plain sight.
Free
I
drag
miss the
queens
sense of
performing Rock of
belonging
Ages
in
with live
Amsterdam.
ammunition.
But
It's
this
made me
leads
a
us on
bit
to where we are now.
melancholic,
We've got
like I've
more
seen
songs
the
in
life
show,
I
more
could have
choreography.
had
We've
if I'd
gone
been
to
born
a
somewhere
bigger
else, or
venue,
braver, or
you know,
sooner.
like
I'm not
Strange Brew's
saying
been
I
open
want
for
to
the
move
past
to a
2 years, and we're
big
grateful for
city.
everything we
I
got
love my
from them.
home, my
But we
work,
have
my
to grow, we
routine.
have to,
I just wish that being
expand.
gay
So we've
didn't
gone
have
to
to
Loft
feel
Horizon,
like a lonely
and they've got a
compromise
200
once
strong
you leave the
space
inclusive,
with a
in
fantastic
inverted
stage,
commas,
fantastic tech
zones.
setup.
How
and
do I
we've
stop
got the
feeling like
extra
I'm
show as
living
well. So we've got more
a
tickets to
half-life
sell, much more
just
pressure.
because I
More
stayed
sleepless
No
nights
stress
to go, God, why have we
whatsoever.
done
It's a bit
this?
sad.
I think it's
feel
really
like
nice as well.
Provincially,
We love what
you
Strange Brew
can
did,
feel
but
a
it's
little
been
bit
the response we've
out
had
of
from Lost
place,
Horizon especially.
even in the
We've had
21st
sponsorship
century.
from other independent venues like Old Castle
love
Green
this
once again
letter,
returning.
Stag and Hound,
Stag
and
who have
Hound.
offered us a rehearsal space for free,
I'm thinking
which we're
about
really
moving to a
grateful
smaller
for.
place.
Yeah, it's just it's
And
really nice to see
how
the
to be
community
authentically
come together for something
myself
so silly because at the end of the day
within
you can only go into those meetings going,
And
hi, can we
I
have your
don't think
venue
you can
free? What
ever
for?
really
We'd like to do a
think like
pantomime
that.
with lots of drag
Or
queens and we need
I
to
don't think you need
play
to
with
give
sex
that
toys and
thought
we can dance
too much
numbers to old
space in your
classical
head.
musical numbers and that's okay.
Make
Which I
where
think is
you are
best
the
described by
space that you
Tess
want to
walking into
be.
a
So
union
fill it
meeting
with
in
the
the other
people
room
that
a couple of weeks back
can
and they
in
turned
that
around and went,
moment.
oh, you here for the clown
surely
meet up
you
next door?
Like, surely you can build a friendship group. Surely I mean, it says that they live in
I
a
have to
city
say that while we're
as
doing
well,
this, Cynthia's dressed
albeit
as
a
Miss
small
Millie
one.
in
Now,
full
Bristol
drag.
is not a
So
massive city.
if there's anyone,
I think it's the
anyone's
10th
doing clown
biggest
here,
in
I think you'll
the
find
UK.
If anyone wants
But
a seductive
it's still-
description
I don't know
of
what it's like
wearing,
in
I am
Italy.
dressed
I
like
mean,
a
it might be.
1940s chicken shop
That's quite
owner,
Yeah.
with a small battered heel,
So,
with my arm
but
around
it's
the
about finding
corpse-like
your-
shoulder of
Definitely
Jessica
not
Drive.
It's no, I've never been to Amsterdam. Have you?
Yes, many times.
And it's the scent I now have.
Like, what's the
Buy
vibe?
tickets because I would like to
quite
buy
queer,
a dress
it's
in January.
quite-
It's the funniest
weed on the
banter
street,
yet.
you know.
If you've
It's
seen the
fun,
other two,
like art
you're in for a
galleries.
treat. If you haven't seen the other two,
Sounds
you're
like
in for a
Bristol.
treat.
Someone told me that they thought that Bristol was a cross between Manchester and Amsterdam.
What did you say?
I said, yeah, I can see that. But yeah, well, we feel for you. Keep listening to our podcast because we're here for you, as we are with lots of people, because we have a lot of listeners who are in countries and places where perhaps it's not as easy to be gay as it is in the UK. But yeah, try and find your groove wherever you're at. But then also, you could move.
Or you can just like go to Amsterdam when you want to.
Yeah, you could still dip into Gran Canaria, maybe.
But see you there.
But be careful on the dunes, because apparently they're a little bit strict these days. Shall we open the salty chocolate?
What do you...
The human salty chocolate. Yeah, let's do
you
it.
tell that I wanted to?
Well, you were waving it in my face, so...
It's double wrapped.
I know. Well, I'm glad about that, because it feels like it could fall out of the packaging otherwise.
Because I just think that you've done a really good job in combining the snacks.
Right.
I think this goes really well with the pork puffs.
I think it goes really well with the...
Or even though I haven't tried it yet.
The Attitude magazine. It's almost like I thought about it. I didn't.
That's delicious.
Oh, God. It's really good. It's dark chocolate with a little bit of salt.
I had a lover that I told them that I wanted some salty chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
And then they went to the local shop and bought some chocolate and said they wanted to buy some salted chocolate for me. And apparently the shopkeeper said, "We just buy a normal bar of chocolate and put some salt on it."
Is that what you did?
No, I didn't go that far.
It's not the same, is
No.
it? Final question, which is almost like a double question. Cruel versus kind. The kindest and rudest way someone has said they're not interested in you. So I personally appreciate when people are direct. But as we know, ghosting is on the rise. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's on the rise. It's just here permanently. I suspect it's something to do with people not knowing how to communicate and a lack of interest directly. What's the kindest way someone has told you they weren't interested? What's the kindest way someone has told you they're not interested?
I think that I'm on this app called Fab. And so people often say, oh, thanks for your message. It's not what I'm interested in right now. Happy fabbing. And I quite like that.
That's quite nice, yeah.
I quite like just the happy fabbing thing.
Mm.
So I've picked that up and that's what my usual response is.
Yeah, I had someone recently
Because it
messaged...
puts closure to it.
Yeah, someone recently messaged me on Grindr and said, I just wanted to say hi. I was in a really dark place about a year ago and I messaged you about some very extreme sex that I want and things that I wanted you to do to me. And your response was amazing. And I just wanted to say thank you.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I think my response, I think I remember who it was. And I think my response was, thanks very much for asking, but I'm not really into any of that stuff. Good luck with your search. But had I known about happy fabbing...
I mean, it's appropriate to the app.
It is appropriate to the app. It wasn't. It was on Grindr, so it wasn't. I mean,
grinding.
maybe I should have said happy grinding. But it was actually quite nice to have someone appreciate that I...
It is nice just to get a response, really, I think.
Yeah. It was a long time after. But anyway, the second question is, now what's the worst way someone has done this? And they give an example here. A guy I was seeing lived about 40 minutes away. We'd been on a few dates, had great chemistry. He even confided a herpes diagnosis. I could tell he was really scared to tell me. I had no issue with it. He then got standoffish, stopped replying after 6 weeks. I finally called out via text. If you're not interested anymore, you can say that. His response was as verbatim. Yeah, it wasn't really exciting enough to keep me coming down there. Wish you the best, though. So I immediately blocked him.
I mean, that doesn't seem that rude.
It doesn't seem that rude to me. But I mean, it's a bit blunt.
Yeah.
But it's, yeah.
I suppose what he's saying is this guy gave him a few sort of signal, like more like veiled messages, and then he came out with something that was more extreme than he'd anticipated, and there could have been an in-between moment.
Yeah. I often get some quite nasty messages on apps, and I'm going to read out one.
Yes,
which I put on social media actually recently. Which is, I mean, it's not that nasty, but maybe not the best. So it's like, why do you always make stupid faces on your profile pics? You've done it for years. Has it worked for you?
Yeah, I think that is really rude.
I think it's kind of rude.
It's rude because you don't know where that person is that's going to meet.
Yeah.
Like, there's no context for that. I presume that you haven't been speaking for a while. That was just a random...
That was off the bat.
Yeah.
The first message.
Yeah, it's like you've given that person no permission to express their opinion in that way.
I mean, I guess just by being on the apps, people, or social media in general, you open yourself up to criticism regardless.
I'm exploring some of these ideas in a new project that is just being launched. And I think that what that comment feeds into is how people can actually not register you as a human being in that moment.
Definitely.
That you're just a picture.
Yeah.
That they are able to comment on, that you pull a face that they might have an opinion on, and they just feel at perfect liberty to express their opinion about an expression that you feel in that moment best suits your...
Well, I always think it's better to look like you're doing something in a picture, so I always feel like I'm thinking something or pulling some kind of face or
cooking a meal.
Rightly or wrongly. You have mentioned this to me before.
I often find your faces, and I only say this when we've had conversations about it. Like I find sometimes your faces, like I'm trying to understand, because you have a sort of ironic look about you.
Yeah,
like I'm just hiring a car. And
I have sent you a picture of when I've collected the car that we've hired.
And I'm like, oh, does that mean that you are pleased with the car that you've hired through the expression on your face? Or is a bad car or is a good car? Yeah, so sometimes there's a ambiguity around the image that I question. I would never message you to say such a thing.
No, I think you remembered me I said I just picked up the car and I sent you a picture of me in the car, and you were like, "Are you happy with the car?" And I was like,
what was the answer?
I was like, "Yeah, it's great." Whereas, I guess there is some kind of irony that I pull in my face because, well, I don't think I particularly look that handsome, so I always feel like I need to pull an expression to make my face look interesting. But I've had other things like people out of the blue will just send me a message. Incidentally, this guy had a blank profile, and they invariably do have a blank profile.
Yes, so what you need to say is what your response was,
which was, well, it is just my face. To that,
I think you said
it was
something like
I hope the blank profile is working for you.
Yeah. I've also had really horrible messages on those apps. One of them was a poem, and it said, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, what a cunt I think you are."
I mean,
and then they blocked me, so I wasn't able to message them.
Yeah.
So what is the take home, Bernie? Shall we go back to 1996 when Attitude was only £2.20? we could have Attitude every month.
We could, and write into them And
or we could just have attitude.
That's the thing. The actual magazine does what it says on the tin, doesn't it?
It's true.
Because it does have attitude.
Yeah, does it deliver that attitude now? Or should it be called something else?
I mean, I always looked at it as attitude as a positive connotation.
Attitude.
But now, I don't know, maybe next episode we need a modern copy of Attitude.
That would be a good idea.
We compare and contrast. And hopefully they don't sue us for this episode. We have asked them for their permission and for some free copies, but they haven't got back to us yet, have they?
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Time will tell. And on that note, we've come to the end of the podcast, Tommy.
It's been really fun looking back on the 1996 memories.
I have very fond memories of the 90s, even though I think it was a tough time to go through, but actually I felt like there was a lot more hope back then.
But maybe that was because you were younger.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I feel like there was less of the internet back then, and we didn't know as much as what was going on in the world, and so like ignorance is bliss, I guess, to a certain degree.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you would pick up a lot of knowledge about queer culture from just one mag.
Yeah, it was my go-to mag. I was in my 20s in the 90s, so I'm still kind of finding myself as a gay person, I think. And I would look to magazines like that to try and define who I was or how to be in a way that I don't really need to now as an older queer man, because I kind of know who I am, whereas I really didn't in my 20s. Anyway, I mean, but how do you feel about it? Would that be similar for you or not?
Yeah, I think that I felt a level of excitement in the 90s about everything, but laced in with that was this terrible sense of fear. And that was partly around like not knowing anything, not having the knowledge, being placed in situations where either people were taking advantage of my youth and beauty as a young person, or the fear around HIV and AIDS, and the fear just around like where the direction of my life might take me at that time.
Yeah.
I had no clue. And if you talk to me then, I mean, I'm an artist with like my own free agency around everything that I want to do. And I surround myself in this little flat with beautiful things, and I've got amazing friends, and I can go and see amazing shows all the time. But it's all quite small and quite contained. If you described my life now to that 20-year-old in 1996, I would just think that was the best thing, and I think that's worth celebrating.
Yeah, definitely. And I agree with you. I think if I could transport myself back to talking to myself back then and tell them everything that I've done or that we've done in the years in between, they'd be amazed, I think. So yeah, that is worth celebrating.
Good for us.
Yeah. And on that note, Tommy, please say goodbye to our lovely listeners.
Goodbye, lovely listeners. I'm in London next week, and I'm seeing loads of shows at the South Bank, including Harry Clayton Wright.
Goodbye, lovely listeners. We'll see you next time on that one. The Queen.
You have been listening to What That Old Queen, written and presented by Tom Marshman and Bernie Hodges. The show was produced by Bernie Hodges for What That Old Queen and all you lovely listeners. If you have a question for the old queens, or you have a request, or you have a quandary that you think might be funny, you can email hello@thatoldqueen.com or find us on Facebook, Instagram, or
Blue Sky.